my darlings, how are you? I hope that you are doing amazing. It's DarlingDTarot bringing you another collective reading. So for today, we are getting right into this and we are asking the universe, what does my beautiful collective need to know today? So right off the bat, this is a timeless reading. Whenever you come across this video is when these messages were meant for you. I also want to say that this is a general reading, so there's going to be a lot of messages being thrown out there. So you might not resonate with all of the messages, but that's okay. Also, if you don't resonate with this video, you can always go to my page and there might be one that also calls to you, so make sure to check those out. But I hope you guys are doing amazing and staying in good health and being very gentle with yourselves as well. This is actually going to be a little bit of a heavier reading, I'm feeling like, but it's something that I feel like for some of you guys, you need someone to talk to about it. Maybe you have been stressing, you don't want to go to your friends and family members, or, you know, you've just been kind of holding this in. And I feel like that's why Spirit is bringing this to the surface. It's almost as if it's bubbling up. And I feel like it's something that needs to be addressed. I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you've been in a toxic relationship, or you are currently in one, or it's kind of like maybe this person is still lingering on in your life, and Spirit is really asking you to take a good long hard look at how you feel about this person and how they make you feel about yourself too, because that's incredibly important. When you're in a partnership, do they uplift you? Do they inspire you? Do they make you feel like you're beautiful as well? Can you look in the mirror and say, I am the most beautiful person in the entire world because I know that there's so many people that love me that I bring joy to? Does this person make you feel like an individual as well? Does this person give you space? Does this person respect you? I just feel like there's so many things that Spirit really wants to ask you, right, about your partnership and about this relationship. But regardless, I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you're getting out of a really toxic relationship, you're breaking things off, but you don't know how to go about this. It's almost as if it's this feeling of, I know we're going to break up, but I think it's more of your unhappiness, because I feel like this person is blissfully unaware, and not blissfully, because I feel like maybe this person is kind of a bad partner to begin with, and I don't want to say that rudely, but I feel like there's this energy of this person not being very good with communication. This person isn't very good with expressing their emotions or their feelings, or, you know, maybe even just being affectionate as well. This is someone who maybe doesn't cuddle, they don't hold your hand, they don't want to show you off in public. You know, this is someone who maybe doesn't want to show you on their profile, or maybe this is someone who just doesn't want to show you off in general, right? Maybe this is someone who didn't even tell their friends or family members about you. It's just this energy of you're putting in so much for this individual and they're giving you back the bare minimum. It's almost as if you're doing the most and you're receiving the least. You're doing the most for the least, right? And I feel like that's something that Spirit really wants you to kind of quash. You know, they want you to get rid of that. They want you to nip it in the bud, you know, and while it's not lingering, right? I feel like there's this energy of Spirit saying, I know it hurts right now, but it's going to hurt even more later on down the line. And I'm not talking about those that are in healthy relationships. If you're in a really healthy relationship, this reading might not be for you, but this is for those that maybe you're in a little bit of a toxic relationship or a toxic connection with a lover, with a family member, with a friend. It could just literally be with a friend. This doesn't have to be a romantic reading, but it's someone that has taken you for granted, that has made you feel really worthless, or, you know, made you feel disappointed, and not only disappointed in them and in life, but also within yourself as well. And I feel like that's very unfair, because you're someone who is so beautiful and so intelligent and so kind, so generous. You know, you're someone who is dependable at the same time, but those are the things that they almost belittled you for, right? But I do want to say that this person who has maybe ghosted you, who has shut you out in the cold, who hasn't talked to you when you needed it, maybe you guys have been sick, maybe for some of you guys you literally caught COVID, and this person, you heard hide nor hear from them. You know, you didn't even know they were still alive, that they still existed, and they were just kind of off just in their own little world, and you were like, oh, I wonder when they're going to contact me, right? But I feel like this person, you know, they're really focusing on themselves. They're focusing on their own happiness. You know, it's almost as if this person is very ego focused as well. I keep hearing this is the narcissist / empath dynamic as well. So if that fits your connection, definitely stay for this. I feel like it's a gaslighting energy as well. This is someone who, you know, just expects you to always stay around, who expects you to just put up with their toxic behavior because they expect you to be stuck. They expect you to be in this continuous limbo is what I'm hearing. And I really feel like you're getting to the end of your rope here, you know, and I feel like that's why you're still mulling it over in your head. You want to make sure that all of your ducks are in a row. You want to make sure that you're making the right decision. And what I like to say before we get into the rest of this reading, again, really do a deep introspection and just really say to yourself, how does this person make me feel? How do I feel about this individual? And going forward, I also feel like there's this energy of weighing out on both of your hands and saying, are there more happy times, or are there more kind of sad times, or times where this person was angry at me, or this time that this person kind of gaslighted me, right? So I feel like just really weighing it out and seeing, was there more happy times? Or when you immediately think of this person, is it more sadness? Is it more discontent? You know, I just feel like there's this energy of just being very uncomfortable with this individual, right? And it's almost as if you don't even want to be around them. You don't want to talk to them anymore. And that's why you're getting to this point where you're like, I have to end things. I still want to be friendly to this person. I still want to be their friend, but I can't put myself into the situation anymore. With the King of Swords here, you're really starting to do things and take action that aligns with your integrity. And you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to forsake what I truly believe in and what I want in life in order to just stay with Daniel for like the next 20 years. No way. You know, I feel like you guys have a lot more going for you than to just lower your standards and be with someone who, you know, genuinely isn't going to give you the same in return. You guys deserve someone who is on your level, who is the same caliber as you, right? And I know it's a little bit uncomfortable, and even going into this reading, I was like, ooh, I don't know, but it's something that has to be said, right? And I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, after this death, after the old self kind of goes away, you can step into your new person. You can step into your new life, into your new self. You can feel independent. You can feel self-sufficient again. You know, it's going to hurt for a little bit because you guys were friends for a long time. But again, I feel like you really have to understand that the love that this person can offer you, it's not there. It's not the same love that you could get from someone else, right? So going forward, I also want to say that if this is someone who has ghosted you in the past, yeah, you know, it's because they weren't ready for a commitment. They weren't ready for a relationship. Some of you guys might have literally dated this person, or you might be dating this person, but they still treat you as if you're an outsider. They treat you as if they don't know you. Yeah, and you know, maybe even for some of you guys, maybe you took back an ex too, and that's kind of coming back to bite you in the butt because you're just sort of like, ugh, no thanks. Look, it's almost as if this individual is looking at you, but you're looking away. You're just like, I don't want to deal with it anymore, Herman. Don't even look at me. Don't talk to me. Some of you guys might even be blocking this person, to be completely honest. Yeah, because you're hopeful for something better, and you know that better days are coming. You know to be patient. You know that divine timing is working. You want someone that's going to be emotionally stable and emotionally grounded for you going forward, that's going to provide a wonderful connection and a wonderful relationship and provide you that security, right? But you're not going to find it with that individual. Now, here's what I really love. You know how in the traditional 10 of chalices, or 10 of pentacles even, it's always like this beautiful family. It's a home life. There's children dancing in the background. There's an old man standing there. There's this couple who has made all of this money, cash up to wazoo. And I feel like with this 10 of Pentacles, do you see how it's just this guy, his dog, and his grandpa? Like, I feel like that's your energy, who's ever watching this, is that you're going to make your own success, your own happy foundation by yourself. You know, you're independent. You don't need anyone to bring that happiness into your life. And maybe that's something that Spirit is also really highlighting, is this person wants you to be codependent on them. This person wants you to be isolated as well. You know, maybe this person also talks stink on your friends too, and maybe that was something that you felt was a little weird or a little strange. Maybe you even received a lot of red flags about this individual, especially if this was a reconciliation. Honestly, the 6 of Chalices can also talk about a reconciliation or a coming back together. You know, maybe you had a really long talk with this individual if they were an ex, and you decided, let's give it another shot, right? Even though you had red flags. Maybe you even lost friends over this, to where they were like, don't do it, girl, don't do it. Do you hear how loud the deck was with that? People could see something that you couldn't. You were very much in the dark, but you shouldn't blame yourself either, right? I feel like this person was very good at what they said. I keep hearing, tell me all your sweet, sweet little lies, all about the dark places you hide. Tell me all your problems, make them mine. Tell me all your sweet, sweet little lies. And it's so interesting. Oh, and the next lyrics are, I wonder if the sun will shine again, if I'll ever see your face again. You know, so I feel like this person, you know, really kind of left you on edge. And I feel like you were always left hanging and wondering, like, is this person going to come around? Do they still like me? Do they still have intentions of going out with me or dating me? Like, maybe throughout even this relationship, it was so in the dark, and this person really didn't make their intentions known. They just kind of came in whenever they wanted to have a good time. And you're like, oh, wow, Stanley, Valentine's Day was last week, and we didn't do anything, but you want to come over, and we're going to do things. We're going to diddle. Okay, yeah, that's great. That'll definitely work. You know, but it's still something that's making you feel very anxious and very on edge, because it's not a comfortable feeling to have to break up with someone or to have to possibly disconnect from someone that you really care about and you really once loved. Yeah, it's incredibly hard, but look at behind this man. We have the Two of Chalices. We have a beautiful relationship. You know, this person has their health. They have their happiness. You're not in an iron lung. I mean, that's something to celebrate in itself. There's only one man in the whole world left with an iron lung, right? I mean, even that's something to be grateful for. And so going forward, you know, there's always hope. You know, there's always someone who is going to be out there. And on that same note, you know, that man, that last man that needed the iron lung, his iron lung was failing a few years ago, and he needed, I watched a documentary on it, he needed someone who could fix it, but all of the iron lung doctors and the people who made it all passed away because they were very old, you know, by the time they invented the iron lung and so on and so forth. So this man had managed to buy the blueprints for the kind of the lung. And someone came over to his house one day. There was a mechanic that contacted him online and said, hey, I'm gonna kind of give it a go, and I think I can do it for you. And sure enough, this person managed to do it. This person managed to make him an entirely new iron lung and, like, you know, revamp it and make it look really nice as well and fix the motor. It was just incredible. But on that same note, I do want to say, you know, they were even saying it was 1 in a million that this man could have been able to fix this iron lung, but he did it. And that's exactly the vibe that we have here for your future partner, right? That there's always going to be a lid for every pot, that even when it feels a little bit hopeless, or it feels like all of the good people are gone, or, you know, all of the iron lung doctors are all passed away, there's still going to be that one person who's going to come forward and who's really going to make a big, significant, beneficial difference in your life. So don't keep yourself stuck on someone who doesn't add anything, right? When you're adding more to this person's life than they add to yours, that's a little bit of a problem. And especially when it comes to camaraderie, it doesn't just have to be in terms of gifts or food or money or dates or what have you. You know, I feel like just being friends with someone is something that really goes a long way in a relationship, right? And maybe that's something that for a long time, you know, this person was your friend and they just kind of stepped away one day. You know, they decided, I'm going to just do my own thing. You know, it could even be that this person maybe has a lot of Aries in their chart, or Capricorn, maybe even Scorpio. But they're very defensive, maybe also Taurus as well. Now we have the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. Yes, thank you, universe, for this confirmation. The 8 of Chalices is talking about walking away. It's talking about going to higher ground, bring me a higher love, right? Going to a calmer waters as well. It's very reminiscent of the 6 of Swords in that way. But the interesting thing is that Spirit is saying, you know, you can always come back to this person. You can always talk to them. You can always be their friend. But it's kind of distinguishing that, yes, they're just going to be your friend and it's not going to be anything more because you're better by yourself. I keep hearing the song, I'm better by myself, better by myself. You know, and I just feel like this person, they're not good for you. They're not good for your health. They're not good for your mental well-being. And that's something that when you walk away, what are you walking towards? What's behind that mountain? A wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment as well. Look at this. We also have the 9 of Pentacles here. So not only is it a wish fulfillment in regards to emotional kind of stability, but it's also talking about career stability as well, financial stability, really getting a hang on all of your bills as well. Maybe for some of you guys, you have been struggling a little bit with debt. Maybe this person also put you into a little bit of debt, or maybe maybe they, you know, went into a house with you and then they were just like, no, I'm not going to pay for anything. You know, I just feel like this person just did some really shady stuff to you, but now you're taking your power back. You're stepping into this vivacious energy where you're like, nothing can stop me. And I so love it, right? You guys are feeling very kind of invincible, I guess would be the best way to put it. I also keep hearing, you make me feel like a dangerous woman. You know, and I feel like maybe that's also something that's going to be happening. You know, when you have this death of this old relationship and go towards your own balance and your own stability, that's when the wheel is going to turn in your favor. That's when the world card kind of comes into play as well, because it talks about how every person in your life is meant to be there for a season or even just for a lesson. And this person was a lesson. This was a karmic lesson, right? This was a karmic debt that you paid in full. You know, it was very uncomfortable, especially with the Ace of Swords, but it was something that had to be done. Just as maybe this conversation with this individual is something that has to be done. You know, maybe that's something that you're going to do quite quick because you know that you're not happy here anymore. You know that this isn't something that you want to pursue anymore. You have better things. Yeah, and in this relationship, it's almost as if you're holding yourself back, and you know that. Holding yourself back from happiness, from good times, you know, maybe even your own creativity, your own art too, from fully expressing yourself. Maybe you just don't have enough time, you know, where you're not worrying. Yeah, the Tower card. I feel like there's just been for many months this fear that the rug is going to be pulled out from under you, you know, and now it's this energy of, well, whatever, I'm going towards my own stability, I'm focusing on myself, and I'm focusing on someone who's going to be compassionate towards me, who's going to be loving, who's going to match my energy, and who's going to work with me as well. For some of you guys, you might actually meet this person at work as well. Maybe they're literally a coworker. Maybe this is someone who goes to university with you, maybe someone that you talk to online. But we do have the Seven of Wands here, so I feel like Spirit is saying don't be defensive to this change. Go into it very graciously, very gracefully as well, you know, and rely on your friends and family members too, because they will back you up. I feel like, to be honest, I'm just real talk here, I feel like maybe your friends and family members haven't liked this person for a long time, and it's because of how they treated you. And I feel like there were little things that they noticed whenever the two of you guys were around them or together in general, and they were just like, wow, Denise can do so much better than that. I don't know why they're with that guy. You know, it's that sort of an energy. But you're definitely going towards a lot of self-love, a lot of self-fulfillment, and a lot of emotional fulfillment as well. Not only that, but a lot of really good love with someone even better in the future. So let's talk about that, just kind of as some motivation and some inspiration. Look at that. Oh, the Two of Cups again. Yeah, this is going to be one that's based off reciprocity, equal give and take, 50-50. It's very beneficial, very healthy, very wonderful. I love that vibe. Yeah, moving forward onto someone better. And it's so interesting because I feel like this person that you're going to be meeting in the future has also been in this narcissist empath dynamic. I feel like they have also known what it's like to get their heart broken, to be disappointed, to feel as if the world is caving in on them, you know, to almost feel as if they're making the wrong decision as well. Yeah, to have to close out different chapters and different cycles. But I feel like both of you guys are coming together after you've done this healing, after you have paid off this karmic justice. For some of you guys, I feel like maybe you spent many years in this relationship with this individual too, before you felt comfortable enough to be able to say, no, I don't want to do this anymore. You might be married, to be honest, and you're finally deciding to get a divorce. You know, again, you know, maybe you've been fighting for this marriage for so long and they just don't want to meet you halfway. They don't want to give in the effort, you know, so Spirit is saying, again, know that people come into your life to teach you lessons about boundaries, self-love, self-respect, self-worth as well. Yeah, this is someone who is stubborn. This is someone who isn't mature emotionally, mature mentally, and this other person is going to have also been in the same type of relationship. So interesting. Make sure not to keep yourself in lack mentality either, because honestly, I feel like that's only going to keep the law of attraction kind of at a slow pace, like a snail's pace, if you will. So think positive thoughts, rely on your intuition as well. You're going to be victorious. So let's hear more about this person, this future person. Yeah, so this is someone who has been through it. This is someone who, I feel like maybe you haven't ever known this person in any past lifetimes before. This is starting over fresh. This is brand new love. This is going into it with no baggage whatsoever because both of you guys have healed as well. Yeah, it's finishing up together the end of the cycle so you don't have any more heartbreak. You're coming together so you can be a power couple. Look at that. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse followed by the Wheel of Fortune. Remember how I said earlier the wheel is turning in your favor? There we go. Wow, and it's turning towards the 10 of Chalices and the 3 of Chalices. Beautiful. You know, so you might feel kind of shut out in the cold right now, that no one's talking to you, you know, especially this individual that you might be with or that you might still be entertaining. But Spirit is saying someone a lot better is going to come in with friendship, with clarity, with understanding, with truthfulness. You know, this is someone who wants to be a power couple with you. This is someone who wants to provide for you. This is someone who is very abundant and successful. You know, they work really, really hard. And I feel like that's something that they're really proud of as well. You know, maybe that's something that also differentiates this person with the person that you were with. Sorry about that. My camera cut out, but we are right back on track. So with the Page of Coins in reverse and the Death card here, I definitely feel like the person that you were with was very immature, and this new person that's coming in is not. This person isn't defensive. This person isn't scared of learning any lessons either. Sorry if you just heard my reminder to drink water app. But going forward, we also have the Page of Chalices in reverse. Yeah, so this person isn't scared of commitment. They're not scared of responsibilities, of being vulnerable or emotionally open. This person isn't scared of providing for you either. This person is very emotionally strong, again, but they know how to be emotionally strong too, in the way that they can comfort someone. They can be a shoulder to cry on. They can be an open, active audience. And that's something you're also going to love about this individual, is that they're incredibly, incredibly good at just listening, at just being there, right? Now we also have the 7 of Coins and the Tower card. Yeah, and this is someone that you're going to be very happy that all of this happened. You're going to be happy that you walked away because it's something that is so stable. And it might even result in a engagement pretty quickly for some of you guys as well. Maybe even moving in together very fast. You know, but I feel like it's something that is worth the wait and something that is going to be worthwhile in the end. Yeah, so focus on yourself, you guys. Focus on your inner nurturing. Focus on mothering yourself as well. You know, don't be scared to put yourself out there. You know, even if you stumble or even if you are crawling away from this person, it's still going to add up at the end of the day, you know. And I feel like it's really important that you focus on yourself, you focus on your happiness, and honestly start putting yourself first, because this individual has been putting themselves first for a long time. So I feel like the shoe is going to be on the other foot now, right? So again, make sure to focus on your own happiness, trust yourself, and go from there. There's going to be a really loving, very beneficial, and very healthy relationship right around the corner as soon as you're done healing from this, to be honest, because I wouldn't be surprised if this is something as well that feels very traumatic, or is something that was very kind of a shell shock for you guys, right? Because honestly, as I've been reading this, it's been a very uncomfortable feeling, because it's almost as if it's something that everyone's noticed. Like, even you feel like you could point out to this person, do you notice how awkward everything is? But at the same time, you don't really want to say it yet. You know, maybe you're not comfortable in that idea yet, you know, and that's something that you're still coming around to. But Spirit, again, just wants you to focus on how this person makes you feel, you know, and really focus on how you should be treated as well. So I hope that you're doing amazing, though. I'm sorry for such a serious topic today. It's such a serious video, but that's what Spirit wanted us to focus on. But I hope you guys are doing amazing and staying in good health, taking care of yourselves and nurturing yourselves. With the Empress, trust yourself too. Daenerys always trusted herself, and that's what got her so far in life. And I feel like it's the same energy for you guys, right? Now, I also want to say all of my links will be in the description box down below if you want to have a personal reading with me for my Etsy or maybe even my website. I also have my Tumblr and my website. I was like, what? My Tumblr and my website, where you can check out my horoscope readings. I do it for both the full moon and the new moon as well. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing amazing and taking good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!